What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Last night in Miami, we finally got the fight everyone was talking about. Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul. And let me tell you, it went down exactly how most people expected it would. Just took a little longer to get there. This fight was massive. Netflix threw crazy money at it. They're saying the two fighters split about $184 million between them. Joshua came in at 243 pounds, Paul at 216. That's a 27-pound difference at the weigh-in, and yeah, that mattered. Before we get into it, just a reminder to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already. All right, let's break down what happened.
When that first bell rang, Paul came out with a plan. Move, move, move. They had a bigger ring than usual, 22 feet, and Paul used every inch of it. He was circling, staying on his bike, throwing the occasional jab. Joshua came forward behind these big swinging right hands, but a lot of them were missing. Paul was actually making Joshua look sloppy early on. First round, second round, third round, Paul's doing his thing. He's throwing body shots when he can, he's clinching when Joshua gets close, and honestly, it was ugly, like really ugly. The crowd wasn't happy. Referee Christopher Young actually told both fighters in round 4, and this is a direct quote, "The fans did not pay to see this crap." Round 4 is when things started shifting. Joshua caught Paul with a right uppercut on the inside. You could see it hurt Paul. Then they're grappling again, both guys falling to the canvas, and Paul takes what looked like a knee to the groin. He took his time getting up from that one. The referee warned them both about the scrappy nature of the fight, but honestly, that was Paul's whole strategy. But here's the thing, Paul was getting tired. All that movement, all that wrestling, all those times hitting the canvas, it was taking its toll. His cardio was failing, and when you're tired against a guy like Anthony Joshua, bad things happen. Round 5 is when Joshua really turned it on. Early in the round, Joshua landed an uppercut. Paul held on for dear life and dropped to the canvas looking for a breather. Then, at the 2-minute mark, Joshua connected with a big right hand. Down goes Paul, first official knockdown of the fight. The 6th round didn't last long. Joshua came out aggressive. He landed a right hand to left hook combination early. Paul tried to fire back with a right hand of his own, but he had nothing left. Then, Joshua landed a right hand on top of Paul's head. Down goes Paul. 3rd knockdown. Paul got up, but he was done.
Ball, Jake. Oh, left hook. Oh, he knocked him out. He knocked Jake out. Jake said, I are him. Well, they is knocked out. He knocked him out. They kid. Woo! Yeah, he done. He's done. That's game. Sheesh. Hey, Jake, you did too much running in the beginning, brother. Sheesh.
Don't get up. Stay out. Oh.
That's crazy.
Oh. Shit. Oh. Did you see that shit?
It's over. It's over.
Done. Hey, my boxing knowledge is impeccable. 6 rounds.
He got up again.
50,000 to save.
You bet it against Jake.
Yeah, 50,000.
We'll give that one right there.
Hey, we gotta see what he says. We gotta see what he says.
There it go. There it go. Knockout. That's it. He knocked him out. Jake Paul seeing stars. Jake Paul just got knocked out. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that's a knockout. That's a knockout. That's a knockout. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's it, yup.
Do it. Hey. But you know what? I give him props.
I give him props.
He went head to toe with that fucking beat.
About time. I'm like,
Yeah, man. Out! This is what I'm talking about. Get this joker out the ring. Don't step back in the ring with a real heavyweight because you will get dealt with. I'm tired of this. But what are we doing? How did he ever get the fight? Let's be real. It's just straight money. How did he get this fight? Go fight your YouTubers, bro. All that running around, dragging him down, doing what's this? When I play Matt games, your brother's in the WWE, go there, bro. Like, bro, that shit frustrated me, boy. That shit frustrated me.
Yo, Jake Paul, it was a real funny fight right here, man. That boy out there hugging legs. Now, that's what happened when you fight a real fighter and somebody that's not old and just retired. No, I really did rock with the fight, though, man. What y'all think? Because, brother.
I know I'm a little early, but did anyone else just see that Jake Paul fight? Props to Jake Paul. To be completely honest, he went, 6 rounds with Anthony Joshua, heavyweight champ? What was he doing? You're telling me that wasn't a little suspicious, that he just wasn't throwing punches till the 5th round? Come on, bro. And Jake Paul trying to shoot a double leg like he's Khabib? This guy trained 2-3 years in Dagestan for that fight. He did not go to a boxing gym. Bro trained with Islam and Khabib. He was trying to shoot a double leg, or he was trying to get close to his, it was terrible, but it was funny, It was so bad it was good. Let me know your opinion.
I don't know if I've been more annoyed watching the first 4 rounds of a boxing fight than watching that Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight, because why was Jake Paul just running and trying to take this man down like it was UFC or wrestling? Every 5 seconds, this man is on his knees just grabbing Anthony's legs, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Stop dropping. But then when that ref pulled them both together and said, hey, y'all better fight like y'all know how to by the rules, all right, because the fans want to see something, that's what I knew was going to be good. Because then round 5, Anthony started landing a few punches, and then round 6, bro, that right hand. If you watch the video of Jake getting knocked out, it's so funny because as soon as he took that last right hand, he goes, wow, like as he's on the ground, he realized how much that shit hurt. But overall, I'd give this fight like a 4 out of 10 maybe. I mean, it was just so much cat and mouse for the first 4 rounds. I mean, it was 12 minutes of just like Jake Paul trying not to get hit and throwing no punches. And then the last 2 rounds were good, but it's just like, there was so much hype for this.
Jake Paul was assaulted. Only in Florida do they sanction freak show fights like these, folks. As the freak athlete, Anthony Joshua came in there and waited 6 rounds to hurt Jake Paul? Goodness gracious, that KO AJ delivered should have happened in the first round. In my opinion, I think AJ was pulling his punches a bit. Even the punch that dropped Jake in the 6th was not the full-fledged power punch we've seen AJ land on the best heavyweights in the world time and time again. You're telling me Jake lasted longer than Francis Ngannou? In my opinion, AJ carried Jake for several rounds. Jake was running backwards the first couple rounds. In the 4th and 5th, he started going for takedowns and taking knees. Jake did legitimately look like he injured his leg maybe in the 4th or 5th round. But I didn't enjoy watching this. How much longer are we going to sit here and get strung along by the Jake Paul circus?
And Jake Paul, don't do this boxing shit no more. You over there dolphin diving and shit. Look tired as hell, out of shape. Like, what was you doing? You need to go to Aiden's Brand Risk and go box with them. Because don't do this no more. Don't fight no more professional boxers. Don't do this again. And Anthony Joshua, why was he playing with your food? What you was doing? You ain't look too great. That whole thing, man. Dog look drunk. Like, overly drunk. Hitting the canvas, taking the knee every 10 seconds. She got going.
AJ, show me that contract, bro. Show me that contract. Because why did you wait until the 6th round to hook him? You should have hooked him for the first 20 seconds of the first round. Wait until the 6th round to hook him, bro. You do 12, 13 rounds for a living. And you're doing 8-round matches, and then you're hooking him on the 6th round. You see, I couldn't believe the way they were glazing him on Netflix, bro. Jake Paul trying to create the greatest upset in boxing history against Anthony Joshua. And you need to allow him, bro. The first round, the way they were glazing him, because you tried to hook him, and then he dodged it. The way they were, oh, I couldn't believe it. AJ, anyhow you lost that match here, bro. I was ready to take lean, ketamine, promethazine. Bro, I was willing, yo.
Jake Paul just got knocked out, and I can't lie, nobody is surprised. Like, I think it's clear to say we all knew that he was gonna lose. He didn't stand a chance. Like, Anthony Joshua not only had like a 40-pound weight differential on him, but like 5 inches of height. I ain't gonna lie though, you still gotta give Jake Paul his props though. He did step in that ring like a man. But I ain't gonna lie, the only way Jake Paul could have won is if it was rigged or if it was rigged.
Jake Paul finally gets knocked out, bro. He was running around the whole time. He ran for 6 rounds. I'm honestly impressed that he made it that far, but he was just running the whole time, bro. Literally, all he was doing was getting wobbled, running around, but that shit was lame as hell. That fight was lame. Honestly, bro, the women's fight before that was better. Not Joshua's fault, bro. It's all Jake Paul. He set up the fight knowing he was gonna lose, bro. It's about how long he would survive. Now he's gonna say, oh, I survived 6 rounds against Anthony Joshua, but nobody cares. You were running.
All bullshit and jokes aside, Jake Paul might not be a real fighter, but he's definitely a pioneer in the boxing space. He's the pioneer for the women's boxing sport. He's making that bigger than ever before, and he brought boxing to Netflix. He brought boxing to Netflix, so Netflix boxing is going to be something that's forever stamped with Jake Paul's name on it. Forever stamped. We're going to look at the fights he had and say, oh, they was all scripted. But every fight he had got bigger and bigger and bigger. And got his ass knocked out, though. He got his ass fucked up and possibly have a broken jaw. He possibly got a broken jaw. But that's besides the point. We going to show love to Jake Paul. Y'all might not like him, his personally and all that other shit. I don't know personally, so I can't even say all that. But we can't say Jake Paul as the businessman is not top tier. Jake Paul, the businessman, is top tier. And you can see that with just everything that's... Who the fuck looking at boxing on Netflix? Come on. When was it? Who has ever said, I'm going to Netflix to watch boxing? And watching boxing for who? We watching boxing because Jake Paul got that shit on Netflix. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, we can hate on him and all that shit. I don't really hate him. I don't really give a fuck. But...
Paul's tactics in this fight got a lot of criticism. People were saying he was fighting dirty, taking dives, anything to avoid actually boxing. One fan on social media wrote, Anthony Joshua hasn't knocked Jake Paul down yet, but Jake Paul has knocked Jake Paul down 7 times. That pretty much sums up how a lot of people felt watching this. The falling, the clinching, the leg grabs, it all looked desperate. And it was desperate, because that was Paul's only chance. He couldn't box with Joshua straight up. He couldn't trade power. So he tried to make it ugly and hope for a lucky punch. It didn't work. But here's the thing. Paul showed up. A lot of people wouldn't have taken this fight. He was facing a guy who's been a world champion twice, who has an Olympic gold medal, who's 36 years old but still has serious power. Paul could have kept fighting old guys and washed-up fighters. Instead, he stepped up. And he got knocked out, but he stepped up.
This fight was always going to end one way. The only question was how long it would take. Paul's movement and wrestling tactics bought him some time, but once Joshua settled down and started landing, it was over. That 6th-round knockout was vicious. Paul's going to be feeling that for a while, especially if his jaw really is broken. Joshua gets the win, gets his momentum back after that brutal loss to Daniel Dubois, and sets himself up for bigger fights in 2026. Whether that's Fury or someone else, people will pay to watch. Paul gets a reality check.
He's not fighting for a world title anytime soon. But he's still going to make money, he's still going to have his platform, and he's probably going to take another fight when he heals up. 108 million people watched Paul fight Mike Tyson on Netflix. Who knows how many tuned in for this one? But Netflix had some technical issues during the broadcast, with ads interrupting the stream and audio problems. Seems like they still haven't figured out how to handle these big live events smoothly. For everyone who said this fight shouldn't have happened, they might be right. But it did happen, and we got to see what happens when a YouTuber turned boxer who's been fighting carefully selected opponents steps into the ring with a real elite-level heavyweight. He gets knocked out in round 6. That's it for this breakdown. What did you think of the fight? Did Paul do better than you expected, or was this exactly what you thought would happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more boxing breakdowns, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you in the next one.